Building a business or whatever it is that you're doing in your life from zero is already hard in and of itself. So if you're able to use a shortcut that'll help you move through that process just a little bit better and smoother, that's always welcomed. The first strategy or shortcut that you can use in your life is accountability. One of the simplest ways that you can shortcut yourself into success is through the use of accountability. They can push you further along in your business or whatever it is that you're doing, all because you have someone that you are answerable to. Answerable. Is answerable a word?
Answerable.
It is a word. Okay, it is a word. Okay, so it's all about being answerable to a person and being able to understand that there's somebody that's going to account for all of the actions that you've taken, even if that person isn't yourself. So this can look like business partners, business besties, memberships that you sign up for, and even some newsletters can be really great tools to help you maintain some sort of accountability with yourself as you go through whatever journey it is that you're participating in. Even some trackers or some business calendars or wall calendars can help you stay accountable with your task, and that's something that you can definitely consider. And by the way, you don't need a ton of accountability partners. You would just need one. One works fine, and it will be best if that person is someone that's either knowledgeable on that task or someone that's actually doing it along with you. So if you have a business bestie, someone who's also starting a business and you're starting a business and you can bounce ideas off of each other, or if it's someone that has already done everything that you're trying to do. The second strategy is for you to put something on the line, period. It's you just putting some skin in the game and having you put your money where your mouth is, all of that good stuff. That's definitely going to be something that's going to be able to be used as a shortcut to get you to the next level, because people usually pay attention to what it is that they're doing if they have paid for that situation, or if they've put money down, or if they now have something to lose. So if you want to force yourself, indirectly really force yourself to act, go ahead and put some money into the game. If you're the type of person that work well with pressure, or you work well when there's something on the line, this strategy will definitely help propel you to the next step. Successful people always have something to lose, right? They always have something that's on the line, and they're okay with it, because it not only gets them to act, but it boosts their confidence, because they believe in whatever it is that they're doing so much that they're willing to put money on the line to see if this thing will actually take off the way that they think it will. So if need be, purchase that inventory to give yourself a jump start on action. Go ahead and invest in that course, invest in that coach, invest in whatever it is. Go ahead and actually take that first step and use that investment as motivation to actually get your goals achieved. The third shortcut, and this shortcut has worked for me so well, and I know it can work for a lot of you guys, is to use the strategy of sprints and deadlines. So a sprint and a deadline can look like you working really hard for a set period of time and going hard and completing that task until it's done, and then taking a rest. I actually think that this is a really good idea, specifically for female business owners, because it works naturally with the way that we are built, and we're more so suited for us working in cycles. So if you have a task that you want to complete, consider setting a deadline, cutting that deadline in half, and just working specifically on that, and taking that sprint and then crossing it completely off of your to-do list. We are not designed for the hustle culture, females, right? So we're not designed for that. 0 out of 10 would not recommend. So using a sprint and a deadline as a strategy to help you achieve goals is definitely something that you would want to consider. A sprint can be as long as a week, it can be 2 weeks, it can be a month. I think that's the longest I've ever gone, really dedicating hours after hours on a specific task. You can try a month. That's something that you can do, but trust me, it helps you to complete the task. You feel very fulfilled after you've done it, and you complete completed with that task and you never have to do that again. Let's say, for example, you purchase a course and you want to work through the course. So you say to yourself, every weekend for the 3 days of the weekend, I'm going to work through a module in my course, or I'm going to set my email marketing up. That's a sprint that you can take with a deadline that will help you to achieve that goal. Deciding what you want your sprint to be is up to you, and deciding how long you rest is up to you. But the whole point is to set that deadline and do not break once you begin that sprint. And if you're interested in learning the tasks that you can take as a new business owner to help you maintain consistency in sales once you started, or if you've already started, go ahead and check out my free business training. I'll link that in the description box below. And the fourth strategy or shortcut that you can use is to limit your options. In business, in life, whatever it is, limit your options. The thing is, you want to have as little of opportunity for you to do something else after you've said that you want to do something. So that looks like you having no plan B. Basically, you only have one plan, and that plan is to do it or do it. So what does this look like for you? This can look like you starting a business and saying to yourself, there is no plan B for me to stop. I'm going to start this business and I want to make $10,000 additional income into my life, and I'm going to use this business. There's no plan B. I'm going to do all of the steps, all of the strategies, and that's something that I'm going to do. And then you break that goal down into whatever steps that it can take, and then you sprint it out and deadline, sprint and deadline until you do that. And you do not quit because there is no plan B. So many other things fighting for our attention. There's already so much people chatting, telling us different things, telling us different suggestions. There's so many people that are trying to sell things to us, and it's so very easy to be unmotivated or to lose motivation. So if you tell yourself that there's no other option that I have, this business has to work, this income that I'm looking for has to work, then it's going to work. So limit any plan B's that you may have, and you will see that that plan A becomes even more and more possible. And that can also look like you focusing on one thing at a time, focusing on one business at a time. Okay, so here's the thing. If you start those two businesses, or if you're so willing to start another business while you are working on your first business, what you're saying to that first business is, if this doesn't work, I'm going to have this business as an option, and I'm still going to have my 9 to 5. And so what you've done is you split your motivation, whether you understand it or not. So you're not telling yourself that this has to work because you have other options. Limit your options and you will increase your chances of succeeding at whatever it is that you're doing. Another thing is, do not fall for the hype of monetizing all of your skills, right? So you don't have to monetize every single skill that you have. What you can do instead is monetize that one skill that you do well, or that one thing that you do best, or what you're most interested in. And that will help you to complete that task because you'll be more able to do it because it's more interesting to you. It's something that you do well. And it'll help you to not have a fallback plan. You do not want to have a fallback plan. Basically, go into it all in, no fallback plan. So accountability partners, putting some money on the line, sprints and deadlines, and no plan Bs. These are the things and these are the shortcuts that can help you to propel to the next level of success, regardless of whatever it is that you're doing in your life. All of the things that I mentioned throughout the video will be linked in the description box below. You can go ahead and check that. If you like this video, I'll link a video on the screen all about the money traps that you can avoid when starting a business for the first time. You definitely want to check that out if you like this video, and I'll see you there.